Hey everybody, Hollywoodpizza here, and we're going to be playing some Esper Hero today. We've got pretty much a token aggro deck built around Hero Precinct 1. Plays a little bit more mid-rangey sometimes, considering that we have a lot of removal, but Hero is a 2-mana 2-2. Whenever you cast a multicolored creature spell, you get a 1-1 white human creature token. So to kind of get the most use out of this card, most of our deck is going to be consisted of cards that are multicolored. We have 6 cards that are not, and that's going to be the 3 Fatal Push for removal and the 3 Thoughtseize for essentially some hand disruption to kind of get a peek of what our opponent's doing and take their best card in that situation. For the multicolored spells, we have quite a variety of different creatures that are doing some different things. We have DECKTECH, 2 mana 2/3 with lifelink that says that cards and graveyards can be target spells or abilities, so it's great against targeted graveyard effects like a Greasefang deck. The other side of DECKTECH has Disturb, so you can play it from a graveyard. Comes down as a 3/2 flyer that gives you a clue whenever some creature dies, or essentially a creature gets put into the graveyard from anywhere. We have a couple Ellis Core as well. It's like a little bit of a Soul Warden effect on the first part of it, and then the second part of it, whenever one of your creatures dies, each opponent loses life. And it also has Death Touch, 2 mana 2/2. Vanish Inverse for some removal here, which is really nice. You get to exile monocolor permanent. Kind of rounds out our 2-drop slots there. For the 3-drop slots, we have Deputy Detention, Reflector Mage, which essentially kind of do something very similar, but the Deputy is really, really good where it exiles a non-land permanent and all permanents of the same name. So you can kind of 2-for-1 your opponent or 3-for-1 your opponent, maybe get a bunch of tokens as well. Reflector Mage can bounce a creature back to the opponent's hand, and then they can't cast it until your following turn, so you can kind of just shut them down from having a specific creature that they have out for like a whole turn, or if you know that they have multiples of a certain creature by bouncing one of them in play. Let's say you know they have one in hand, then you can kind of get them for a whole turn where they're not able to cast a couple of their good cards. We also have Linvala to kind of help protect a lot of our creatures here as well. We can sacrifice it to give all of our creatures indestructible and hexproof. We have Rafine. Whenever we attack with a creature, we get to connive, where X is the equal of attacking creatures. It's also got Ward 1, so it can kind of protect itself a little bit to a certain degree against specific things, but the main good thing about this is that it can pump up all your cards, and considering that you're going to be making a lot of tokens off the hero, Rafine's just going to be like a huge payoff where you're just going to attack for like 8 or 9 and then just give, 6 or 7 counters onto something and kind of just kill them, especially if you hit them with the Rafine or the Linvala in the air. Some of the other removal that we have in our 3-drop slot, we've got Othakaya and Voidrend. Othakaya is just really, really good against some of the aggressive decks in the format, gains you some life, deals 3 damage, so it's going to kill a lot of things early. And on top of that, let's say that you have your Teferi on the battlefield, then anytime that your opponent attacks you, you're going to get to drain them for 2 and gain 2. We also have 3 Voidrend, which is really, really good against any type of ward effect, essentially getting through it, like killing a Graveyard Trespasser. But on top of that, this card just kills everything from a Planeswalker to artifacts and enchantments. Kind of just like a catch-all removal spell, and just being able to be multicolored, just really, really great with the hero. Hostage Taker as a 1 of here. We're trying this out a bit. You get to exile something when it comes in, like a creature artifact, and then you get to cast it. As long as it remains exiled, and you can spend mana of any color to pretty much cast it. Just a really, really powerful effect, especially if you're able to get something powerful on your opponent's side early. Like let's say you take one of their Bone Crushers, anything like that. You're kind of just going to be able to play it the next turn, especially if it's like a cheap threat, or let's say you just get rid of their Gargoth and then get to play that, then you're kind of going to start to get really, really ahead. Our last card here that we didn't really get to talk about yet is Scarab God on top of Teferi in our 5-drop slot to kind of help round out the deck here. Scarab God can be quite a really good finisher. You can scry X, equal number of zombies, gain X life at the beginning of your upkeep, and then on top of that, you can make some other zombies from any graveyard, getting the exile creature card and making it a 4/4. And then whenever this card dies, you get to return it to your hand and begin next end step. Teferi, of course, we all know how good Teferi is in control shells, but in here, we can definitely do a little bit more of that mid-range game where we can start off with the hero, kind of just kill one of our opponent's creatures, and then later on get like a Hostage Taker into like a Teferi. Anything like that, get a bunch of tokens, and we can kind of start to get ahead where we're able to protect the Teferi and then start to draw an extra card every single turn. For special lands, we have 1 Hive of the Eye Tyrant, an Otawara, the Ganjo, kind of just help with the utility, and a bunch of other multicolor lands that help us cast our spells. For our sideboard, we have an extra Thoughtseize to help round out the playset, kind of help against control decks, anything like that. We have a couple Dovin's Vetoes. This can't be countered, so it helps against control, helps against other decks as well that are trying to cast non-creature spells, like let's say like Fable, anything like that. We have a 1-of D-Spark, which is great against mono green decks, where you can just exile anything that's 4 or greater, and against some of the other like Planeswalker decks, or maybe even anything that's going to be mid-rangey, where you know some of their bigger cards are going to come in, like a Shieldred. Extra Vanishing Verse, same way, against anything like a Shieldred, like a mono green deck, even White Weenie. Just a really like versatile card against all these different like monocolored to individually colored cards. We also have 1 extra Thought Erasure here, kind of help rounding out with the Thoughtseize, where we get to exile, we get to discard a card in the opponent's hand. We get to surveil 1. And what's really good about it is that it's also a multicolor card, so it pairs nicely with the hero. 1-of Kaya as well, just a phenomenal card overall. Really, really good against Cat Oven. Really good against graveyard strategies. You're able to exile some cards in a graveyard, or able to exile things like an Oven, a Cat. Just really powerful effect. And if you can just get it to stay out, then it's just going to be really, really good as the game progresses, and you might even be able to get to that ultimate and kind of just kill your opponent. A couple of Unlicensed Hearths help against the graveyard as well. 1 extra Limvala against control or board wipes. The Campbell against anything that's essentially going to be like spell-based control decks, Izzy-decks, anything like that. 3 Supreme Verdicts against spirits or anything that's going to be aggro. And 1 of Dream Trawler to help against potentially some of the red deck matchups or the mid-rangier matchups where you're able to discard a card, give a hexproof, and protect it, and then start coming in the air and gaining a bunch of life. Overall, I had a ton of fun playing this deck. Let's go ahead and jump into some games. Playing some Esper Hero here. Let's be on the play. I actually think this is a keepable hand. We have a turn 1 Thoughtseize into a turn 2 hero, maybe. Or we play the Alas Ilkor. And luckily we have enough lands to cast all of our spells as well. So let's pay some life. Gonna lose a couple more here. Looks like we're up against maybe a sacrifice deck. And it is, let's take this Claim the Firstborn. And we have a removal for the Mayhem Devil, or like we could just Thoughtseize away. Let's pay some life. We'll get the hero down. We know that they can't kill it yet. And opponent playing a second land. They have an Epicure, and then probably just going to play the Kitty Cat. Really hoping to hit a land here. Alright, we did not. So we do have the Thoughtseize, this Mayhem Devil, at least one of them away. They do have the land for the second one here, unfortunately. We'll just pass. They may just go for the Obnixilis. Obviously, we would like it if they went for the Obnixilis instead, but probably unlikely. We need a removal spell for the Devil or a land. Wow, unfortunately not hitting a land here. A little bit rough. Yeah, we're not going to make it. But just 2 lands here. Let's see. A little bit unlucky there, obviously. Once they start to get the Mayhem Devil and some sacrifices, just the Obnixilis alone kind of just destroys our board. Let's see. Could play Supreme Verdict, but doesn't really seem all that crazy. Kaya's is fine. We get to exile a cat or an oven. Thought the Vanishing Verse was like okay. We can get rid of some things that are monocolored. I think we still want the Scarab God. Let's see. Do we want to get rid of a Denish? Or could even get rid of like one of our top end here. Let's just cut it to Fairy. Seems a little bit unnecessary. Hey, thanks so much, Ants. Really, really appreciate that. We got this. I really appreciate the community a lot, and you know, the fact that everybody's been here to support me really means a lot to me. Yeah, you guys know I love doing this, and you know, I really love hosting the tournaments and everything. It's just always a really good time with everybody. So I appreciate everybody who's hanging out now, and everyone who's watching on the YouTubes. So our opponent's gonna get an oven down. Let's go ahead and hero. We have a Kaya to exile the oven if we really want to. Also depends on what they play here. Probably have the cat. Okay, witness. And the cat. Alright. We know we'll get a 1-1 off of the Kayas as well. The courtyard is really nice there. We get to not take any damage. We'll get a 1-1. We can exile the oven. We'll see if our opponent sacrifices the cat in response. If they make that mistake, then we can just exile the cat out of the graveyard, but we'll exile the witch's oven. And I think next turn we want to go for the Rafine. Maybe attack with both, depending on what they have left to block. We can also get our creatures out of Mayhem Devil range. And Rafine's going to be really hard for them to kill with the Devil, because it's going to cost them a lot of mana. Alright, we got a third land from our opponent, Mayhem Devil, coming down. That's fine. Still have Rafine. We're gonna exile the Cauldron Familiar. Let's see, if we attack with both, pump this up to 4/4. I would be fine if they double blocked the hero. Let's get rid of another Rafine. I think just a land is fine here, honestly. We can make it a 3/3. If we trade with the Devil, we trade with the Devil. I'd rather have the Void Wren, and the Linvala is going to be really good in the future as well. Yep, going to make a block there. Take 3. Play the Hive and pass back. We have 2 blockers. If we really need to, we can just block with the Rafine. Could end up taking it with a Claim the Firstborn. Okay, Ob Nixilis. Alright, so they're probably going to shoot down the 1/1 or the Kayas. Yep, Kaya. And then maybe the 1/1 later. Okay, they had a Deadly Dispute, but they already played their land for the turn. So they're probably going to down tick, make its discard. Up tick over here. We can discard a land, but I kind of like keeping it. I think that's fine. Having extra cards to discard to Rafine's really good too. So we take some damage. Wow, Hostage Taker is really nice here. So let's see, this is only creature. I think we just want to kill this card. Hey, what's up? Stroppy Hydra. Welcome in. Hope you're doing great. Attack this. Attack this one. And they can double block, then shoot this down. That's fine. I think I just want to pump this up to, like, insane. Ooh, Fatal Push is nice. Do we really need the Linvala anymore? Probably not. Push is nice now, I guess. Either way, we had the removal there. Our opponent kind of just gives up because we have a lot going on. Could bring in a Trawler, but, you know, getting to 6 mana could be a hurdle. I think we're okay. Like, we could bring in the other Vanishing Verse, but it doesn't get rid of, like, Oven or anything. Campbell doesn't really do anything here. Hearse is fine. Like, we could play Hearse, but I really like what we got going on, in all honesty. Kind of just need to make sure we hit our land drops, and that's really about it. We can go a little bit over the top. Make sure that we kill the Mayhem Devils when they come on the battlefield. I'm doing really good. We're just hanging out, just chilling. Just got started a little bit ago. Grinding out the ladder with some Explorer. Some Esper. See if we can take this third game from the Oven deck. No, I kind of just put this together before the stream. Kind of just been building around a few different cards on the daily, and kind of just trying to see what we can build in Explorer, just experimenting a little bit. I usually play like mono green, Angels, red deck, kind of just like creature-based aggressive decks, some mid-range decks as well, every once in a while. But we kind of been dipping into like a little bit of everything. We've been playing a lot of Scam, which is like Undying Malice, getting our creatures back when they die, like Flesh Gorgers and Croxes and stuff. We actually had a video come out today on it, so definitely check it out. And anyone who's hanging out, don't forget, check out the YouTube, and 3 free tournaments a month, all free to play with cash prizes. Alright. So we're going to be on the draw. It's a little bit unfortunate. We're really hoping to dodge, you know, like the cat oven itself. This hand's pretty good. We got removal. We have double hero. I don't think it's bad. Okay, Epicure. Balti's is actually really nice here. They have double claim. We can take one of them. It's kind of all they got going on right now. Okay, Witness. Take the damage. Do we want to play this as a white source? There's another white source there. I think we do want it as white. We have black already here. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's get a hero down. We have a deputy or the Raffine next turn. Probably play the Raffine. We can turn this into a 3/3. Yep, gonna crack the blood. Get rid of a land, dig a little bit into their deck, see if they can hit something good. Luckily we have a Ganjo to kill something on the attack. If they claim our hero, then they probably have a sacrifice outlet. Like a Deadly Dispute or Village Rites. We're gonna take 4, go down to 12. And looks like they do have a Deadly Dispute here. Yep. So opponent getting some good draws. Able to get some more draws deeper into their deck. Okay. I think we're just going to go still for the hero here. And then we could play Raffine. Deputy if they play something that we want to kill right away. Could play like a Devil here. But they need to have some extra cards to be able to kill the hero. And our opponent's just going to pass, so that's pretty good. Could play Denick and hold up a Ganjo. I think I like the Raffine, though. Either way, we get a token from either of these cards, but I still like the hero here. Or, excuse me, the Raffine here. We can attack with the hero. It gets a counter. Put Denick in the yard. I don't think I want to do it just yet. I think we can wait. We can wait a little bit. If we top deck a land, we can play both of these, or we just play the Aganjo and play both of these, which would give us more tokens as well. Opponent does have a lot of cards in hand, 3 of them. So they're sacrificing the treasure now to Fatal Push the Raffine. Okay, that's fine. So we didn't really get any value from it, but that's okay. Opponent down to 2 cards here. Still no good attacks. We hit a Void Rend. I think I'd rather just play the Denek. Get a 1/1 token. Can actually attack with this token. If we attack with the hero, we can just Aganjo if they double block. I feel like I'm okay with that. If they have a push, they have a push. Like, it is what it is. But we can still Aganjo here, which is nice. Okay, they're just going for the singular block. That's okay. We're fine with that too. We're gonna sacrifice it with the Deli Dispute again. Alright. So opponent definitely getting some redraws here, which is good for them. I'm definitely considering playing the Aganjo because then we'll have, like, let's say we do top deck a land, we'll be able to play both of these. Like, we would just be keeping the Aganjo as value. I think that's fine, actually. We have enough threats on the battlefield. If they do end up attacking us, we can just Aganjo. Obviously, if they have, like, the claim on the Denek, it's going to be a little bit annoying. Okay. Cauldron Familiar. 3 cards left for our opponent. They still have a treasure out in play. Alright, they play Obnixilis. I'm pretty sure... Can we get rid of both? I think we'll just take it. That's fine. They have an oven, so they have the combo going. It's a little bit annoying. And a Cauldron Familiar, okay. We can gain some life from the Denek. I guess I can block and sack. Reflector Mage is pretty good here. Didn't hit the land, though. Either way. Could just send them in. Two, three, four. We can kill this if we attack out. That's fine. We're gonna block the 2 powered creatures with both of the cats, probably. Maybe try to kill the hero with the devil. Could have also just exiled the token. But I like making this instead. Maybe they just let it die. I mean, who knows? It's gonna die anyways. If they let it die, we gain some life back, which is really good for us. Alright, cool. Well, we get to gain some life back. Let's see if this makes them want to sacrifice a cat. If it does, I think either way we still take the Obnixilis because then they kind of just have only this going on. Okay, that's fine. It'd be funny if they got the cat back. I would obviously prefer that. Wow, they're gonna get the cat back? Yeah, I mean, I think we take both of the cats. Yeah, I mean, I don't really see a reason not to take both of the cats now. We can play this land, or we can discard it to the Ob Nixilis. Would we rather take the 2? We go down to 7. They can't kill us. Yeah, I think that's fine. If we hit a blue source, we can play both of the cards in our hand, which would be really, really great. Yeah, I think we just take it. And we still have an answer for a Mayhem Devil. Okay, they get 2 1/1s. That's fine. They got some creatures. Can blow up the Ob. Alright, Thoughtseize's not really doing it for us here. Let's bounce a token. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Let's go. Yeah, let's bounce this. It just goes away. They got, yeah, no cards in hand. Still have the Ob. We're gonna go after the Ob. They might make a food token, which is fine. They get to kill one of our 1/1s. It's okay. Alright, we go down to 6. Okay, sure. And we'll attack the Denic and the 3 tokens at Ob Nixilis. And then pass the turn. We still have a Void Rend for something. That way we can kill the Ob Nixilis. I mean, even if we didn't, we still have a card to discard to it, so it's not like the worst thing, but we also don't want them to just make another Devil, because that's just more damage that we don't want to take. So let's go up to 8. We'll pass the turn back. Obviously, would have liked to have kept the Agandro now instead, but it's okay. Okay, opponent gonna go up to 29 life. So they have a lot of life. And there is a Mayhem Devil there. They have 2 damage that they can spread out here. Potentially just killing the hero. If they let us untap, we have the Void Rend to at least get another 1/1 out of it. Yeah, we just have some... They don't want to do that. So we hit Rafine. I think we just Void Rend the Devil and make them have to make their decision now. Let's see what they do here. I mean, I see them just sacrificing it. Probably want to sacrifice the treasure first, just to make sure that they get the extra point of damage on the hero. Yep. Or they just kill some 1/1s. Alright, they're going to deal us the damage, okay. I'm still feeling pretty good about that. And they're going to sacrifice it, so then they put us down to 6. That's fine. So we get a 1/1. Like, the Void Rend doesn't resolve, but we don't really care about that. And we can come in with everything but the Deputy, the hero, and one of the 1/1s. So we still have 3 creatures back. We're at 6, we'll go to 8 here. We're coming in for 8 as well. Get them down to 21, we'll pass back. Thoughtseize is okay if they end up having a card that makes us discard, like another Ob Nixilis, something like that. The Oven's going to be a little bit annoying because obviously they're getting some redraws here. Or excuse me, they're gaining some life, so it's going to make it a little bit harder. Okay, there's a Deadly Dispute, so opponent gets a couple of redraws, which is really good for them, and on top of that they get a treasure. Alright, Epicure coming down. And an Unlucky Witness, okay. And I think we're just going to go off here with the Rafine and the Denic. Yep, let's do this. And we're just going to attack with everyone here, I think. I guess we don't want to attack with a Deputy. Probably the same thing. Deputy, Hero, keep a token. We have Rafine as a blocker as well. So let's swing out with everyone else. And our opponent may be thinking about hitting the concede pretty soon here. We do get to make DECKTECH pretty big. They might have a removal spell though off the Unlucky Witness, which would be a little bit annoying. But we still have like Rafine being like a massive clock every turn. So let's keep both of these back. Yep, want to attack with these. Pump up the DECKTECH. We draw a lot of cards. So we want to keep 2 cards. Four, 5, 6, 7. And let's pass it back. And yep, gonna block there, that's fine. We're just gonna sacrifice it to the oven, so we're not gonna get to gain the life, unfortunately. But that's okay. Still have a push if things get a little bit out of control. Ooh, Obnix is pretty good here. So we got them down to 17. We want to kill this. They're gonna Obnixilis. Then they get a 1/1. Let's just pass it back. Still pretty bit tough. I mean, we're at 7 life. If our opponent gets like the oven, like cat oven down as well, it's gonna be a little bit annoying. Definitely hoping to dodge like a Mayhem Devil still. Okay, there's an Obnixilis. Alright, gonna get both, that's fine. I think we still want to Fatal Push something here. Alright, they're gonna discard a cat? Sure. Cat's pretty good. Yeah, still think we Fatal Push something here. They got a Village Rites. Okay. We want to make sure that we just kill all their cards so we can gain some life from the DECKTECH. Okay. Alright, there's a cat, sure. We're at 5. Gonna have to take the first hit. Gotta discard. Oh, we're at 3. Things aren't looking that great, but it's okay. Yep, opponent not sacrificing. Okay, we just hit another DECKTECH. Definitely not the card we wanted. We get some retries with this Rafine. We weren't able to cast it. We didn't have enough mana to void on the end step there. We have more Fatal Pushes. We have more removal left. We have a Void Rend. We have a Kaya's as well that we might be able to use. A lot of good cards. I think we want to just swing out and try to hit it. Let's see. So we want to do all the tokens that Obnix lists. That's fine. I think we still want to do the DECKTECH. Really hoping to hit like an instant removal spell, so that way we can just make this massive. It's all that we need right now. Alright, we hit a Void Ren, that's great. 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, let's try to kill the cat. We'll go down to 2. They can get back a cat and block, but we're going to gain 9 now. So we just need this one turn to gain a lot of life, and then we can start killing our opponent with the Raffine. Alright, so we're both at 11. We have a 9-10 DECKTECH. Okay, Unlucky Witness is pretty good. They're gonna go for the sacrifice now. Okay, that is really good for us because... Okay, so they can kill 2 things. They can deal 2 damage, so they can kill our hero. Alright, we got there. I mean, our DECKTECH was massive. They were gonna have a hard time dealing with the fact that we were about to gain another, like, 20 life or something like that. Like, that was about to get really crazy there. But a grind fest for sure. We'll see you for the next match. Playing some more Esper Hero here on the play. We're gonna keep it. We have our hero. We have the Raffine. Things are looking pretty good. A DECKTECH and maybe a Vanishing Verse on turn 4 to follow it all up with. Ooh, but we're up against red deck. I think we can play this first. Yeah, I think I'm okay playing the DECKTECH. It gains us some life. They have to play 2 spells or maybe just try to kill the DECKTECH. And if they waste their cards on this, I'm pretty happy because it can come back later. Has a 3/2 flyer, maybe get another trigger off the hero. I think we can still play Raffine. Like, we're not going to get as many 1/1s as we want. I think playing out in this line, but at the same time, like, it's protecting us the most that we can against the burn spells. Okay, Wizard's Lightning, sure. So that's going to die. We are going to take 4 here, unfortunately. Yeah, let's Raffine. We got blockers. We can block a Swiss Spear. I guess either one doesn't really matter. Definitely going to be a little bit of a tough matchup knowing that they have a really, really fast start. This is a matchup where we want a Supreme Verdict. We're going to block. Let's see if they got some mana to just kill this. That's fine. Shock. So, I mean, this taps them out. We're okay with that. And then now we can play hero. Let's Vanishing Verse this now. So that way we stop them from being able to play like a Wizard's Lightning. They have a lot of cards left, which probably means that they can kill the hero. Okay, Swiss Spear. 2 cards left. Another Soul Scar Mage. And their last one looks like a spell. Gonna come in. We'll block one of the Swiss Spears so we can save ourselves like a little bit of some life. Yeah, they still have the removal, unfortunately, but luckily they're going to use it on that rather than our face. And we're just hitting straight Rafines here. Let's play it. I'll keep the Aganjo because we can use it later down the line if we draw another land. Alright, coming in, we just block one. Looks like they drew another burn spell, alright. Opponent definitely hitting the cards they need here. We're going to take 4, go down to 8. We hit a hero. Alright, let's hero into a Rafine. Alright, we got blockers now, so our opponent kind of just has to keep drawing burn spells. We'll see if they do. I mean, their deck's probably a pretty high amount of burn spells. And looks like they did. Yep, they hit a skewer. So Rafine's going to take a little bit of some damage. We'll block one here, take some damage. We'll cast a DECKTECH. Let's see. I don't think that we want to attack. Let's just pass. We're going to get a clue token off the DECKTECH. That's fine. Okay, Gitu, so it does have haste. They put Gigant on their hand. No attacks. Definitely a bit tough, obviously. Gonna have to just pass it back. If they play a land and activate the den, we have some decent blocks. Can actually block these. Go down to 1. But then we can die to this. Yeah, I think we kind of just like have to block. We're gonna go down to 3. We get a clue. Let's redraw off the clue. Okay, another hero and a land, unfortunately. So we're still at 3. Let's pass it back. Trying to stabilize a little bit here, but... Ooh, opponent does draw the lightning strike, so not really much we could do there. You know, they kind of just top-decked a lot of burn spells in a row. If they drew a land in between there, I think we might have been able to stabilize a little bit better, but obviously we took a bit of a beating there pretty quickly from them. We want the Kaya because it exiles. Campbell's a decent card against them. We like the Dream Trawler here. Scarab God. Teferi can go away. Let's bring in the other Supreme Verdict. Get rid of the Hostage Taker. And let's see. Then Vala's okay. Deputy exiles, but they can get their cards back. I think I like getting rid of the Limvala because it doesn't... Like, it's a good clock in the air, but other than that, it's not really doing much. We're mostly just hoping for a really good start here. Fatal Push, maybe, to be able to kill their turn 1 play, and then follow it up with, like, our 2 drops. And kind of just start to grind the game down on them from there. Another consideration in this deck is maybe just playing some more early removal. Temporary lockdown, for example. That way you can bring them in against decks like this. Even though that card does hurt you a little bit, you can definitely find ways to plan around it. We have some lands, but unfortunately we don't have any blue mana. I think we do have to take a mulligan here. This is a little bit better. We have to put the Hive back just because the way that our lands line up, we're not going to be able to play the Denic plus the Vanishing Verse later. Okay, Soulscar Mage. And I think we're just going to pass here, in all honesty. We can use a Vanishing Verse on a Soulscar and then set up a turn where maybe we have Denic plus this Fatal Push. Okay, Swiss Spear, so I'm going to attack. I think we just Vanishing Verse the Soulscar Mage. Okay, they just have a Wizard's Lightning, so we're going to take 5, go down to 15. Let's play Denic. And just going to push this now, no reason not to. And we have a Void Rend, we have a Denic that can gain us a little bit of some life back. So now we're mostly just hoping to top deck our really good cards in the top end here. Okay, Kumanos is fine. They might have a removal for the Denic. Looks like they do. Okay, Obliterating Bolt. So Denic's actually going to get exiled, unfortunately. Hitting a Godless Shrine, not the greatest card here, but... Okay, Kumanos. And they're just going to hardcast Light Up the Stage, alright? They do have a land drop here. Could Void Rend here. Yeah, let's use our mana. Let's destroy the card that we know about. Okay, so we still hit another card. That's fine. It might get skewered. If it does, it's okay. We're really just hoping to top deck some more creatures here. If they want to activate their den, we'll happily block. Okay, so they end up tapping out for the skewer. That's fine. Swiss Spear is a little bit problematic. They missed a point of damage there, though. There's a Light Up the Stage. Oh, Light Up the Stage definitely hitting some cards. And unfortunately, we're top decking some lands here. Gotta pass a turn. Okay, gonna activate the den, so we're gonna take 5. Bit unfortunate, we've just really drawn some lands. Yeah, unfortunately we just drew too many lands, and this is going to be the end of the game. We'll see you for the next match. Looking for the latest comic book to add to your collection? How about the last card for that Magic the Gathering Commander deck? Well, the comic book stores got you covered. Shop online at comicbookstore.tcgplayerpro.com or come in person at 30 North Main Street, Glassboro, New Jersey.
This video is brought to you by MagicJank.com, the spiciest cards for your sauciest decks. Buy and sell Magic the Gathering products and gear today on MagicJank.com.
Pizza people, are you enjoying the content? Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Hit that bell icon as well. That way, anytime any of our new content comes out, you're able to see it right away. Hey, leave a comment down below as well. Tell us what you're going to play in the next event, or tell us what you're enjoying about the video. Don't forget, check out the description too. We've got tons of great content down below. And on top of that, we're going to have our tournament schedule too. So get in on it. Hope to see you. And unfortunately, we still don't have any blue mana here. We got to take a mulligan. Pretty much the same hand we just had, so a little bit awkward. This is a lot better. It's still not great though. It's really awkward, but I think we have to keep it like this. Alright, so it looks like we're up against humans. And I'm going to take a lot of damage here, but we're going to get that Denic down on turn 2. Ooh, that's rough. Yeah, let's get rid of the Luminarch. It's counters every turn no matter what. These are one-shot effects. The biggest problem about these is that they're going to keep growing as more humans come into play. Alright, let's get Denic down. We can still make a block. I guess we can't, because, yeah, this actually gets pumped up from that coming in, so Yeah, we got to go down to 8 here. Definitely not the brightest spot. Yeah, let's get Rafine down. We get to gain 3, go up to 11. We have a bounce spell for one of their creatures. It's not fantastic, though. Just come in. We hit Teferi. Yeah, Teferi isn't really going to do it. I'd rather have the lands. Just because we'll be able to play this and then maybe Ottawara something if our Rafine dies. I mean, they're probably going to take it, go down to 17. We go up to 11. We still have a block on something, maybe. The Gondor's pretty good, but it is still going to cost them 4 mana to do it. Okay. Adeline is fantastic here. Turns this into a 3-3, this into a 5-5. That's going to be 9. Yeah, we're just not in a good enough position to win. Even if we drew like another creature, that's not going to be that great. So I think here we want all the Supreme Verdicts. We'll bring in the Trawler. Teferi and Scarab God, not necessarily the best cards. Kaya does exile some of their cards. We definitely want the Vanishing Verse. Kaya exiles some cards. Linvala, not really all that great here. Thoughtseize, not great either. Is the Linvala, though, worth putting back in? Or we put Scarab God, but Scarab God does cost a lot. Kaya. Kaya can definitely exile some 1-drops. It's a little bit slow, but... Put the Linvala back. Campbell. Yeah, I think this is fine. Like, obviously Linvala is not fantastic in this matchup, but it does have flying. You didn't notice before you couldn't vote on the thing? I think I was like always voting, and then when I also noticed that sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. We're on the play, we're missing a color source. Definitely a bit rough here. I'm gonna try it. We'll take the chance here, in all honesty. Taking a bit of damage from our lands, but a turn 2 hero and then potentially one of our other cards here. Could end up being really, really huge for us. Okay, Hopeful Initiate. And we do hit a land, which is great, even though we're going to take a bit of damage here to cast some of our cards. Our game plan of hero plus stuff does look like it could happen. Alright, Lieutenant's pretty good. We won't be blocking here. Kaya's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, Kaya's kind of great here, actually. Yeah, let's get rid of that Hopeful Initiate. And I'm just going to pass it back. Like, we could have gotten a free attack there, but I kind of like holding this back even as a blocker to protect the Kaya if they end up playing some more 1-drops here. This definitely turns them off from playing 1-drops, that's for sure. Okay, there's the Adeline, sure. Yep, gonna get the token. That gets bigger, we'll block here, block here. Hit a land. Now let's blow this up. Let's exile the Adeline, gain a couple life, pass turn back. Kaya definitely putting in a little bit of some work. We need some more lands for this Dream Trawler, though. And specifically, we already have 2 black lands down, so Trawler could end up coming down on 7 mana, which is asking a lot for us. If we draw any white source, we're able to play the Rafine and the Elos. So that's definitely where we want to be. Alright, Mutavault's pretty good here. Skyclave. Unfortunately going to get rid of the Kaya. But we still have some blocks. Okay, Dauntless, sure. Going to protect the Lieutenant. It's fine, it is what it is. And we just block with the token. Might want to just block with this so that way they get rid of the Dauntless. And then we can try to kill it further. Really want to hit a white source here for sure. And yeah, I mean, right now they're kind of just not realizing that the Dauntless is just waiting for them to make a decision. That's pretty funny. All right, token down. Supreme Verdict, can't cast it. Definitely unfortunate. Could play Rafine. Rafine's a little bit of a better blocker. Yeah, let's get the Rafine down. I feel like the quicker we get Rafine down, the better. Still have a blocker for the Lieutenant. And I still think our opponent's not realizing that the Bodyguard has a stop. They are sleeveless here. So maybe they just imported the deck. It's a possibility. Alright, token and Rafine resolves. We'll just pass it back. We want to hit another white source, a blue source. We could Supreme Verdict. Obviously losing the Rafine would be bad, but any white or blue land does get us closer to Dream Trawler as well. Okay, Lieutenant, really good here. Pumps up the squad and Athalia, so doesn't really hurt us as much as it seems, just because we need mana anyways for the Verdict. So any land is going to do. That's a 7/7. We'll just block that. Alright, we hit Reflector Mage. So we can bounce this, but then it comes back down and kills something else. Yeah, I mean, Reflector block's pretty good. Like, we're taking damage here. Obviously, that's, like, really getting us right now. We just need one more mana for this Verdict. If they bounce the Skyclave, they can't replay it. Let's actually bounce the Dauntless, because we don't want a Supreme Verdict and then protect their card. That way it gives us like an opening to maybe hitting the land that we need. Yeah, let's just pass it back. Can try to draw the land with the Rafine next turn. We have more draws. Okay, Mutavault, sure. Opponent going aggro. Block here, block here. Block the Skyclave. Take 4 damage, maybe? Maybe more? Nope, looks like we're gonna kill some of their cards. We'll get a 3/3 out of the deal. They can't play the Dauntless. We hit a Deputy, that's really good. We get a 1/1. We exile their cards. So they can have their Dauntless next turn, but we get rid of their threats here. And we can start attacking for a good amount as well. We can attack with the Raffine, the 3/3, and the Hero. I think I'm okay doing that. If we hit a land, we can play Elos, which would be great. Still one land away from the Supreme, but we don't need to hit it anymore. Got pretty fortunate with the Deputy and just some good blocks. Reflector definitely helped us out quite a bit as well. Opponent definitely going to the tank here. Could attack out. They only have Mutavault. I guess we don't want to just like give them a free attack like that though. But then that would mean that we have to keep one of these back. That's fine. Let's target the flyer. So let's draw 3. We'll discard 3. Discard the Verdict now because we have another Deputy. We play the land tapped. Gets us closer to the Trawler. Alright, Pain Lands definitely helped or hurt us there, but luckily we had enough removal, good amount of blockers to kind of get through that game. Bit tough. We hit the Deputy Detention right on time when we needed it, so definitely helped us quite a bit. Don't forget, if you're enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button, bell notification, like, leave a comment down below. We host 3 tournaments a month, and I stream 4 times a week, so definitely check out the description for all the links to that and more. And for anybody who's in Twitch chat here, you can check out all my tournaments there, and here's my YouTube. Don't forget to hit that subscribe. It's free to do. Yo, what is up, Max? Hope you're doing good. What's up, homie? Good to see ya. Appreciate ya. Team Rebellion. Let's go. This hand, not good though. We got a mulligan here. We can keep this. This is a little bit better. I think we put planes back. We got all the colors we need. Alright, Dauntless Bodyguard to start from our opponent. A bit unfortunate. Would have liked a Fatal Push. We'll have Hero. Reflector Mage might be able to bounce something here, which would be nice. Or maybe we just Raffine on turn 3 and we have a Void Rain to kill something big on their turn. We have a lot of different plays we can make here. Okay, Luminarch's pretty good, so get that to 3/2. We take 3. Alright, so we're going to take a lot of damage here for a while, unfortunately. Let's get this down as a white. Play Hero. Void Rain does help a bit. Raffine's gonna help us in the air. Maybe we just play Raffine next turn. It blocks well. Ooh, second Luminarch's pretty good here. Yep, gonna pump up the squad. We're gonna take 6, go down to 11. No blocks. Otawara saves us some life. Let's play Reflector Mage. Let's bounce this Luminarch Aspirant. We can get in for 2. I think we need to be just a little bit aggressive right now. Pass it back. This is probably going to be a 4/3. We can chump block it. We can still block the Luminarch here. They can't play the Luminarch that we just bounced because of the Reflector Mage clause. We can play Conceal the Courtyard tapped, maybe the Raffine or the Void Rend. Okay, 1 drop and another 1 drop, sure. And they're just going to protect their other Dauntless. That's fine. We're just going to chump block it anyways. Yep, going to make a block here. Okay. Yeah, I think we still play Rafine. That's a pretty decent blocker. Get a 1/1. We gotta make some blocks. Probably have to block with the Reflector Mage now. We have this Void Ren next turn. Maybe we use the Rafine to attack later on. Try to draw some of our removal. We have a lot of removal in the deck. Maybe. We used to have alchemy tournaments. Hope you're doing good, Skeleto. We definitely used to do like a different format for every tournament, but right now a lot of those formats just aren't popular. That's why we've been doing a lot more Standard and Explorer. Ooh. Rotocathar is really good. They get rid of Reflector Mage. Interesting choice. Okay. I think that's a really interesting choice. Yeah, we just block and block. I'm gonna double block. That way we can try to kill the Dauntless later. Like, yeah, we take a lot more damage. Okay, so I think we just attack with the Rafine. Try to hit another multicolored card. Really want to hit a real spell here. Hero's really good. We discard Courtyard. Yeah, discard Courtyard. Go to damage. We play this. We'll hero now. We'll Void Ren on our turn while they're tapped out. We don't want to get blown out by Brave the Elements. We'll blow up the Brutal Cathar. Reflector Mage comes back into play. We will bounce Luminarch Aspirate, knowing that they can't play the other one either. And we'll pass the turn back. So we have some threats on the battlefield. Rafine could get pretty big. It also gets us some redraws that we really need. This Hive is probably just going to get discarded at this point. We don't really need it. Adeline's pretty good. It gets pretty big. We are going to get to kill their cards, though, which is really nice. So, yeah, let's just block there. And, yeah, we kind of got through that yet again in Game 3. We were able to get enough creatures on the board to block and some timely removal spells as well. So,